Mark Topkin, Tampa Bay Times, Wednesday, August 9, 2017, 10:17 p.m. Street, Petersburg. Well, that was a mess. Related news archive: an 82 loss to the Red Sox Wednesday that left the Rays 7.5 games and maybe out of the American League East race was marked by more offensive impotency and some brutally sloppy play, marred by injuries to two key players, Jake Odorizzi during the game and Lucas Duda before it even started, though never apparently serious. Oh, yes, and only 11,853 turned out at the Trop altogether now, yes, on the night before school started, to see the supposed showdown between the AL East contenders. So where does this leave the Rays at 5,857, pretty much around the .500 mark many pegged them for, still very much in the mix for the second AL wildcard, one game behind the Mariners, tied with the Royals, but at best on the fringe of the division race, with the Yankees between them and the Red Sox. "You're never going to hear that we're counting ourselves out of winning a division," manager Kevin Cash said. "To do that, we have to play better though. A lot better. And that's got to start with the offense, which after matching its production from the previous 4 days has now scored a whopping 4 runs in its last 5 games. 4 runs in 5 games. How can that happen? Well, going hitless in your last 28 at-bats with a runner in scoring position is a big key. The Rays had some hope that facing Rick Porcello, even with the 2016 Cy Young Award on his mantle, assuming Kate Upton hadn't put a bounty on it, would get them unlocked, given that they'd beaten him 3 times already this season. But after a double and a walk in a first inning, they went down 123 in 4 straight innings, seeing only 8, 11, 7 and 9 pitchers and all for strikes in the 5th, rather immaculately. And Cash was taking back some of the things he had said before the game in defense of the hitters, as they were expanding the zones Wednesday and missing pitches they should have it. And it's not like things are going to get easier, as the Indians roll into town with one of the AL's best rotations for 4 games starting tonight. That the Rays turned in such a sloppy effort defensively was oddly appropriate in that they spent an hour on the field Wednesday afternoon in a refresher session on fundamentals. Corey Dickerson had a missed play in left, Trevor Plouffe was involved in 2 misplays at first, and catcher Wilson Ramos had all kinds of issues behind the plate as 3 runs scored on pitches that got away from him. Coupled with another 0 for 3 night that dropped his average to .181, and it seems that hamstring issue that popped up in Anaheim after the break may be a bigger problem. The Rays were somewhat optimistic after the game that Odorizzi would make his next start on Monday, but it sure didn't look that way when he was struck on the right foot by a line drive at the start of the 5th and had to be helped off the field, unable to put any weight on it. Cash acknowledged his availability could change depending on how he feels when he comes in today and over the next couple days. Whether that would lead to a call-up of prospect Brent Honeywell or Ryan Yarbrough or Yonny Chirinos from AAA would be interesting to see. Odorizzi's performance in his first start since coming off the DL for a back issue, wasn't particularly encouraging before he got hurt. He needed 74 pitches to get through the first 3 innings, with the same issues stemming from foul balls and deep counts that plagued him previously. The Rays were also without first baseman Duda, who, symbolic of how things are going, was injured taking grounders pre-game. The bruised left thumb knocked him out of Wednesday's lineup, and is likely to sideline him again tonight. Having lost 13 of the last 20, with first place a long way away, what will it take for the Rays to get turned around just to win? Odorizzi said. "Winning usually cures just about everything. Even with us playing this bad, we're still only a game out of the wild card. Things could be a lot worse. We just need to get on the good roll and start playing a little bit better and we can be looking good. I have a lot of faith in us. It's just a rough patch. We have a month and a half or more to go. We need to pick ourselves up and get back out there tomorrow." On deck Friday versus Indians 7:10 p.m. Rays Jacob Faria 52, 2.81, Indians RH Carlos Carrasco 105, 4.04. Saturday versus Indians 6:10 p.m. Rays RH Chris Archer 86, 3.80, Indians RH Mike Cleavinger 54, 4.00. Sunday versus Indians 1:10 p.m. Rays Austin Pruitt 63, 5.14, Indians RH Corey Kluber 93, 2.77. On deck Friday versus Indians 7:10 p.m. Rays Jacob Faria 52, 2.81. Indians RH Carlos Carrasco 105, 4.04 Saturday vs. Indians 6:10 p.m. Rays RH Chris Archer 86, 3.80. Indians RH Mike Cleavinger 54, 4.00 Sunday vs. Indians 1:10 p.m. Rays Austin Pruitt 63, 5.14. Indians RH Corey Kluber 93, 2.77. Jake Odorizzi foot injury adds to Reds problems in lost W. Video 080917 last modified Thursday, August 10, 2017 111. Photo reprints article reprints copyright 2017 Tampa Bay Times.